Hey, what is going on, Taurus? Butch here. I am going to do your March read. It is a general read from now to the end of March. It is for your Sun, Moon, Rising, and your Venus. For all you cross watchers, roles can be reversed. Always feel free to comment down below. I'm going to be using the Runic Tarot. With all that being said, let's get it. Taurus, what do we have for Taurus for March 2024? What message do we have for Taurus? All right, Taurus. So the first thing I see, Taurus, is I feel like you have a new connection. Now I feel like you go out with this person. You know, you have a great time. But then they don't call. You know, everything seemed great. You know, you felt a lot of chemistry. You know, you thought this person, there was something going on here. You thought, you know, for sure there'd be a second, third, fourth, maybe even a 30th date with this person. You really felt like you really hit it off. Like everything went well. But they didn't call. You know, and I feel like there was that causes you some late nights, some anxiety, because it's like you don't really get to meet people like that. You don't really have that type of connection. And when you have that type of connection, you assume it's going to be, we're going to continue down that road. But they went cold on you. You know, with that Five of Pentacles. You know, you waited. You know, I felt like you waited. You're going to wait. And you're going to start to think, maybe they didn't feel that way. Maybe it was just me. Maybe in my own head, I thought we were having a great time. I thought I saw some real potential with this person. I was looking forward to the next 20 dates. But when they didn't call, then you start getting in your head. You know, start trying to find out, well, where did I go wrong? What did I do wrong? What wasn't right? What weren't they feeling that I was feeling? How can I get my signal so crossed? Well, first of all, you were right. Your intuition was right. There is something there. This person has been dealing with a lot of internal struggle. This person has been thinking about you nonstop. Thinking about you and only you. You brought out some feelings in this person they didn't even know they had. I feel like they're a bit shy. You know, and I feel like even when you went out with them, I feel like it was, or even when you go out with them, it was like almost like you had to kind of get it out of them. But as they felt more comfortable, they opened up. But like I said, I feel like this person felt something for you. And the reason they haven't called is because they're overthinking the shit out of that. That internal struggle that they feel is because they feel the same way as you did. But I feel like this person doesn't, they do lack in the confidence area. Like I said, they're a bit shy. And I feel like with this person, they're afraid that you didn't feel the same way. You know, they're afraid that this great interaction that you had with each other was the end. You know, they're feeling like there's no way this person's on the same page with me. Like, I feel like this person fell pretty hard. And they're afraid that they don't want you to think that they're crazy. You know, and I feel like they don't know what to do with it now, because I feel like they want to be honest with you. They want to call you. They want to tell you. But they're afraid that they may be in this alone. They're afraid that all it is a friendship. You know, I feel like they're looking at the negatives instead of the positives here. You know, I feel like they're not seeing what's right in front of them. I mean, this person wants to move forward. They're looking forward to the next 20, 30 dates, 50, 60. They want to move forward with you. They want something. I mean, they're ready for something real. I just feel like they fear that you're not on the same page. So it's almost like, why keep opening the wound? Why go after something that they can't have? And again, I go back to the confidence. I feel like this person is not as confident. And it's almost like they expect, if you want something from them, that you'll get in contact with them. But you didn't. Because you were waiting for them. There was something here. Something real. You both know what you want. You know, I feel like it's not like a love at first sight, but I feel like the potential of love was there. The potential for this to be great was there. And you both know that you wanted that next date, the next 10 dates. But I feel like this person, like I said, we'll chalk it up to lack of confidence. You know, lack of confidence, and we could also chalk it up to, I feel like this person thought you may be out of their league. You know, you had a great time, but I feel like this person isn't that great at reading the signs, and they felt like maybe it was one-sided. And what's the point of putting their heart out there when they're just going to get squashed? I feel like this person hasn't been really lucky in love. And when they met you, I mean, they weren't seeing what was right in front of them with that Two of Swords. But don't fret, because I feel like the feelings this person has towards you and the happiness they had with you in just that moment is enough for them to step out of their comfort zone. And what you've been waiting for is coming. The call is coming. It took them a little longer than you wanted it to. But they don't want to. I mean, I feel like the ultimate reason why this person is changing their mind and finally stepping up and reaching out to you is because they don't want to have that regret. Maybe they're wrong. You know, maybe I was wrong. Maybe there is something there. They had a great time with you, and they want to continue to have a great time with you. And they're never going to know if they keep holding back. So I do feel like this person is going to finally reach out, maybe a little bit longer of a wait than you were planning or expecting. But it is coming. You know, I do see this, like I said, I mean, we have the Eight of Swords, the Eight of Wands, and the Queen of Swords, sorry. I do feel like this person isn't going to live that regret. You know, they're not going to, they overthought it. They stayed in their head a little bit longer than they should have. But they are going to reach out to you. What you've been waiting for is coming. That call is coming. You know, and I feel like when they call you, they're going to be very direct on how they feel and what they want and where they see this going. And just to find out if you're on the same page, because they don't want to, they can't imagine not knowing. You know, sometimes we get in our heads and we think this person is amazing. You know, I had a great time with them, but that gets in your head. But what did they think of me? You know, were they just being nice? I feel like this person's playing all these different scenarios in their head, and I finally got to the point where they're like, well, what if they were into me? So like I said, I feel like this person wants something real. They just didn't know if you wanted something real with them. They got in their head. They spent a little bit too much time in their head. Maybe a lot too much time. But like I said, they are going to reach out to you. And they're going to want to go on that second date. And the 30th. And I feel like you're both going to get what you wanted from this. And I feel like as we go on through each next moment with each other, each next encounter with each other, this person's going to become more confident. You know, I feel like they're confident in life, just not confident in love. I feel like things haven't worked out for them. Obviously, they're still single. But as we progress here, I feel like the confidence is going to come back. You know, feeling like they, you know, are on the same page with someone. I feel like that's important. They weren't sure that they were on the same page with you. You know, they felt like you were a little bit out of their league. And I mean, I feel like you came off really nice. So it's almost like that was one of the scenarios they worked through. Maybe they just stayed and had a good time because they were being nice. I mean, I just see this person so flustered. They didn't know what to think of it all. But I mean, I feel like it was on them to call, and they didn't. And I feel like that made you feel some sort of way. But it's not because they didn't want to call. Trust me, I feel like they might even dialed and hung up a few times. Or they might have had the phone and your number punched in. It just didn't clutch it, you know? Excuse me. But I mean, I feel like this person really, it's almost like they saw a future with you and they were afraid that you didn't feel the same way. And it's lack of confidence and love. But like I said, as we move forward and as this moves forward, they will become more confident. And you will get to see this blossom. Because that's what I see happening. Like I said, I see you both getting what you want from this. I see a lot of happiness. But to be warned, I feel like you might have to take a little bit more control than maybe you wanted to, or maybe you did want to take control. But I feel like it's going to be the ball's going to be in your court after they reach out to you. After they make that next gesture, wanting to take you out, wanting to go out with you again. You know, I feel like the ball's kind of in your court type energy here. And if you want this, I feel like it's one of those things where I feel like, you know, carpe diem, seize the day. Because I see a lot of great things coming for the two of you. A strong friendship, a strong connection. A lot of physical energy as well. Now with this person, I mean, we have Sagittarius, we have Leo, we have Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio, Aquarius and Libra, Capricorn and Virgo. This happens more than you think. Trust me. Trust me when I say this. I mean, when I met my partner 15 years ago, I thought she was out of my league. But it didn't stop me from going out with her. But she hit on me, but she approached me and she wanted to come over and hang out with me. Like, she did all the work. But I was always suspicious because I never really had a whole lot of luck in love. I was always suspicious that one of these days the ball's going to drop. She's going to realize she's better than me. It hasn't happened yet. There's moments when I think that it's coming, but I mean, sometimes when you meet someone that's so special, it's hard to believe that they see you that way. It's hard to believe that they can see you the way you see them. And it's not about lack of confidence. I was never, I never had a huge lack of confidence. There's sometimes when I had maybe a lower self-esteem than I would like, but I still look at her and wonder what the heck, like how I got that lucky. But I feel like we all do that when we meet that right person for us. I feel like there's moments when even the most confident person thinks, what do they see in me? Like why did they pick me? Why of all the 7 billion people in the world, I got to be the one? And then there's moments when that becomes very clear. The reason why becomes clear. I have moments when I'm like, you know what? She's lucky to have me. There's more moments where I'm lucky to have her, but there is those moments where I look at myself and I think, you know what? I'm a catch. But I feel like that confidence comes with being in that connection. Being with someone that makes you feel good about yourself. And I feel like it, everybody at some point when they're with the right person, they'll feel that way. They'll those negative thoughts start to seep away and you start really living life. Instead of worrying about whether they're going to leave you tomorrow, you start worrying about what you're going to do tomorrow. What adventure you're going to get into. What nice restaurant you're going to go to. But like I said, when I met her, I thought she could have any guy she wanted. And I'm not, like I said, I'm not a super confident person, but I'm confident enough to know that I have value. Like, I understand my value. But I know there's plenty of guys that have more money, that are better looking, have nicer abs than I do. So sometimes it's hard to believe that somebody actually cares about you as much as you care about them. But some days it's just nice to soak it all up. Be good. Take care. Stay safe.